It's really exciting that theatre is now being filmed.
Rather than it being 1,500 people, it'll be hundreds of thousands of people who get to watch it in one night.
This is the 5th year of Globe on Screen. We love getting them out into cinemas now all over the world.
It's an epic effort to bring Shakespeare to people who may not have seen any before.
This year we're able to open our Globe on Screen season with the Duchess of Malfi, which was the first production in our beautiful new indoor theatre, the Sam Wanamaker Playhouse, entirely lit by candles. The season runs Titus Andronicus, Julius Caesar, Antony Cleopatra and Comedy of Errors.
All these plays, in essence, are about humanity and people desperately trying to make things work, and that's life.
They're thunderous, full of rage, they're full of conflict.
It's kind of relentless.
The stakes are really high.
Hectic, loads happen. They're very noisy, very all-consuming, very moving as well.
Duchess of Malfi, it's like an old-fashioned hero story. It's glittering, it's beautifully written, it's got fantastic little nuggets of wisdom and language within it. Gemma Arterton was a joy to work with. She's a genuine beauty and she's always been a great classical actress, but I think she just wanted to show the courage of that woman, and I think she does that magnificently well. Antony Cleopatra is one of the greatest love stories. Julius Caesar is probably one of the greatest plays ever written about politics. Titus Andronicus has a huge sense of the grotesque and was obviously a very popular play in its own time, in the same way as a Tarantino film is popular. And Comedy of Errors is a, blissful comedy. It's just so beautifully, perfectly made. When people write about conflict and they write about war, a lot of other things get drawn into the pot.
Language, poetry, heart, soul, what can happen between human beings, everything that theatre's for, really.
There's an enormous and wonderful balance in all of these plays of the epic and of sort of widescreen sense of history unfurling itself with something very private and very personal, threading itself through those great big landscapes.
How they film it here, you're getting a kind of a sneak look at it as if you're an audience member.
Wherever you watch it from, it's a very different experience.
There were 5, maybe 6 cameras, and there's a live cut that the directors are doing in real time, which we can actually see at the stage door. They kind of put a screen up for us to see that so we can see what's happening. So sometimes you're right up in an actor's face.
So you get to see all the action very, very close.
And then other times, they'll be taking a wider tracking shot of the whole stage.
In many ways, it's an enhanced experience with all of the excitement of a live performance.
You can hear a round of oohs coming from the crowd.
Putting the work out there to as wide an audience as possible can only be a good thing.
There is something revelatory about presenting Shakespeare in this space, and I hope that some of that rubs off into the cinema.
To share that experience, capture the magic and the live immediacy of theatre.
Great that cinemas are going to be packed all over the country with people watching Shakespeare.
It's incredibly cinematic.
It's like everyone is sitting in the best seats.
Experience 5 extraordinary new productions from Shakespeare's Globe at your local cinema. Globe on Screen. The Duchess of Malfi, starring Gemma Arterton, Titus Andronicus, Julius Caesar, Antony and Cleopatra, and the Comedy of Errors. Spellbinding performances, an unforgettable cinema experience. For more information, visit globeonscreen.com.